Have you ever stayed in a relationship and wondered, am I fighting for love or am I just afraid to let go? That's the question, y'all. When is it time to call it quits? Or are you calling it quits too soon?
Before I let go. Mm, mm, mm.
So dumb.
What up, dope family? Welcome back to Table for Two with Mike and Cherie. This is the spot where we serve up the raw truth about marriage with no filters and no chasers.
We're talking trending topics like love, loyalty, and those petty little arguments that start over nothing.
We're not relationship gurus with all the answers.
We're just two people trying not to kill each other while staying in love.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you like our content, please hit that like bell and subscribe to get notified when we drop new episodes. We really need it. We poor. My car just broke down. And we need some viewers, y'all, and some subscribers.
Oh, my God.
And please share this out to you people who you think need it and people who don't need it. Just play it in the background, y'all. Just, come on. Daddy need a new car. I'm not playing.
Now that we got that out the way, let's pull up a chair.
And let's get into it.
All right, so y'all know we've all been through it. Teetering on the edge of, do I stay and work through this? Or do I just call it quits and start over again? Or when am I calling it quits too soon?
Well, let's talk about people leaving too soon. Let's go there first.
Okay.
All right. So sometimes you can leave too soon.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with people leaving too fast or too soon. A lot of times, the moment things get uncomfortable, we go straight to, I'm done, I'm leaving, that's it. This ain't working. And you want to just cut bait and run, right?
So when is it time to consider leaving?
Well, that's a good question, and we'll get to that. I just
Okay.
feel like where there's no communication, no effort
Mhm.
equal, you know what that equals? It equals no growth.
Right.
I feel like you have to try and communicate first. If you haven't tried communicating, then I don't know that you've really tried to stay together for
Or
real.
done your due diligence.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So that's the first thing is to communicate. Sometimes we mistake discomfort for incompatibility. I think that, but sometimes though, you can get into heated debates and
Right.
it just seems like there's no end in sight. Like we're never
Right.
going to be able to kind of get along.
There's no resolution.
There's no resolution. But I think if you look deeper into it,
Mm-hmm.
it's probably some things that can be solved with conversation if you guys can communicate better.
Right.
Most of the
Okay.
time. As long as ain't nobody on no infidelity or abuse or whatever. I think
Okay.
I think you can work through most things.
Okay. Well, then there's the other angle of people staying too long.
That's definitely
looks
a thing.
ignoring red flags, hoping that person will change. You know, we talked about staying for potential.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, staying for
Like with me
potential.
staying with you, I thought that you had a lot of potential. And I thought that one day you would become, instead of a prickly rose, more of like a soft daisy.
You know what?
But here we are.
You know what?
And you're still like a prickly rose. Should I stay or should I go, y'all?
Anyway, staying because you've invested time. That's a huge one because it's like, I've been with this person for 15 years. I've been with this person for 18 years. And I got to admit, that's definitely a consideration, or it
could be a
feels
thing.
like you don't want to leave because it's comfortable.
Yeah, you don't want to start over again, but you know it's not a healthy relationship. You haven't been getting treated right.
Or you
Maybe
don't want to give up your 401k.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't wanna
I'm
split
definitely
that
not
down
giving
the
mine.
middle.
Listen,
Oh, you're giving it up
There's
to the
only
prickly,
one way out
to
of
the
this.
prickly pear,
Yeah,
to the
exactly.
prickly rose, or whatever
Yeah.
you call me.
Yeah, it's only one way
Yeah.
out.
Well, what's that?
You already know. I can't say it on here.
Well, here's the evidence, FBI and police officers. Those are more like habits more than a relationship, and it's also very much a comfortable point
What's
versus
more like
it being
habits? What do you mean?
like staying because you don't want to split up
Oh,
a
because you're
401k,
comfortable?
or staying because you're comfortable, or staying because
Or because you
know
don't know
the
what it looks like to be without
routine.
that person.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's pretty scary.
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
it's pretty scary. And like you said, sometimes we stay because we fear what's on the other side, and a lot of times we think it's being loyal, which it is in a way, but a lot of times it's more fear based. We fear being alone. We fear starting over. We might even fear that nobody better is coming.
That's
Right?
true.
Try to get better than me. See what happens. Nothing.
That's hilarious. I started to go somewhere, but I ain't gonna do it because
You
everybody
better
gonna be
not.
in my
You better
DMs
not.
yelling at
You
me.
better not. As they should.
I'm a chill. I'm a
As they
chill.
should. You better. You better.
No, but if we ask ourselves, do we really feel love for them, or are you just comfortable? Right. Um, that's a good starting point. And if
I
you feel
think it could
like,
be both.
I think you can be
I think
comfortable
it can be
and still
both.
love them, but there's more of one than the other.
Okay.
Right? Like I love you. I mean, I know for a fact you can love someone and not want to be with them
Yeah.
and want them to be, wish them the best of luck in life and everything and
I
really
agree with
love them,
that.
but not want to be with them,
I agree.
you
I
know.
agree.
But it is hard trying to start over and split stuff up and me taking your 401k
And me
and you
taking
getting
yours.
nothing.
Yeah, right. Whatever.
But no, but for real, the reality check is, loyalty is not staying in something unhealthy.
Right.
Just because you have time invested is not really a good reason enough to stay.
But that is the
if it's
basis
unhealthy.
for a lot of people saying they like, we've been together for 25 years, so I might as well live the rest of my life like this. And I know that somebody told me that you only get one of these, and that's how they live in life or
Yeah,
move in life.
I was saying that way
So,
before Drake said YOLO. Well, I do believe that. I believe you get one life to live, and you got to
right.
make the best of it.
What the best for some people may not be somebody else's best. You know what I mean?
Oh no, whatever the best is
Yeah.
for you, whatever you feel like that is. I try to live life without regrets, so that when
Or
I'm
you're going to
old,
have regrets.
well, you're gonna have some, but you don't have to.
Live in it.
Yeah, you don't have to
have to live
make
in it.
regrets, and
Constantly
you're
live in
doing
it.
something that you're gonna regret, and you're doing it anyway. Then
Yeah.
that's on you. But
Okay.
I don't want to look back and be like, oh man, I should have done
Yeah.
X, Y, and Z, and I didn't do it because
Yeah.
of loyalty or being comfortable or whatever the case may be.
And a lot of times people don't understand this, but relationships do require growth, which requires discomfort. Growth is uncomfortable a lot of times, but that doesn't always mean that every time you guys get into it, you're like, I'm out,
No,
because that's not realistic either.
no,
So, even with that being said, spending years together doesn't mean that you have to stay with them because you feel like you owe them your future. Again, like we talked about, you only get one of these. That's you.
YOLO. Yeah, way before Drake.
Okay.
Yeah, you only get one life, man. You got one
Yeah.
life to live. You got to live it to the fullest with as least regret as possible.
Yeah.
There's
I
going to
don't, I
be
don't
some
think being
regret.
with somebody or your partner is a regret, because I think you try to work through it as much as you can.
Yeah, but it can definitely be a point where you regret it. Like you said, if you're 25 years in and you've been going through the same thing
For the
for
last 15.
25, for the last 15 years,
Really?
and
It's
now you
true.
look up and your youth is gone and your hands is all wrinkled and you got a bum knee and you're
So now you have to stay.
you're going to sleep at 6:30
Now you have to
p.m.
stay.
Right? And all your good years is behind you. You
Now
might as
you
well
gotta
stay,
stay.
right?
It's true. I mean, I would. Yeah.
But now you're regretting it. Like, damn, I should have left when I was, 35 when I had the chance to.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, on the other hand, like I said, it's a toss up. It really is a toss up. But if you've done everything you can do in your mind and it's not working out, I feel like
If nothing changes, nothing
maybe
changes.
you got to bounce.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's hard. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
So these are some things you can consider if you're in a space of possibly ending your relationship. So
What are
let's
some signs to look
let's
for?
talk about that. All right.
Okay.
So if you don't see any effort to change,
I think we talked about that.
yeah, if one of the two people in the relationship isn't making an effort to change, and it's something that's really important to you and something deep, then you may have to consider another option. Repeated disrespectful behavior. If your person is, disrespecting you all the time.
Like throwing your stuff out when it's in the garage.
Like throwing your stuff out. Yeah, exactly.
I think we talked about that on one of the episodes.
Maybe you don't have to say that. They know. They know exactly what you did to me. And that is a case for me to leave, by the way, throwing my stuff away.
Yeah, okay. Okay, whatever.
If you feel like more drained than you do fulfilled, I know you feel fulfilled every day with me.
I
So don't
actually
even.
am exhausted. I need naps every day,
You're
y'all.
exhausted because you're so
Every day.
fulfilled. Your cup
Every
runneth
day.
over so much that you need to
Yeah.
take a nap. But if you feel like, you should work through your relationship, here's some positive signs. If both people are actually putting forth an effort and trying,
Mm-hmm.
like us, y'all, we do this thing every Wednesday where we sit down and we call it what do we call it?
Work on us
Work on
Wednesdays.
us Wednesdays, and we sit down and read a couple of chapters out of a book and we discuss things. Yesterday it went south.
Sometimes it goes good. Sometimes it goes
Yeah, she
bad.
wanted to punch
Sometimes
me
we
in the
have to
face.
stop right in the middle of it because he told me that he didn't have any dreams because of me, liar,
It's true. She's
and
a
stuff
dream
like that.
stealer. She stole all my dreams, y'all.
I made your dreams come true. That's where you're lying at. You don't have any more dreams because I am your dreams and they've come true. What do you mean? All right.
Cap.
Communication is improving and the foundation is still solid. Moving
Yeah,
right along.
if you got a solid foundation to build on, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, there's a positive sign of, you know, a chance to work things out,
Right.
right?
If both people are fighting for the relationship, then that's a positive sign. But you guys both have to be working on it, or we both have to be working on it. If there's only one person in the relationship that's really fighting for the relationship, then you're probably losing yourself and you are probably drifting apart, most likely.
Agreed. And
Yeah.
I just also like this is a big one for the fellas, right? Women, please try and be more accountable for your actions.
Mm.
Y'all can say what y'all got to say, but accountability is big, and it's big on both sides.
That's
But
hilarious. I was just about to
but
say
all of
that.
it's big on both sides. But y'all are very
Accountability
bad at
is
taking
huge.
accountability a lot of times. I'm just gonna say
Oh,
it.
wow. I cannot wait to see these comments.
Where's the lie?
You know where the lie
I
is.
did not lie at all, fellas. Did I lie?
Did.
Ladies, if you're being real with yourself and
Did.
you healed, tell me I'm lying, or tell me if I'm telling the truth. Just put it in the comments.
Well,
You ain't got to say it out loud. Just put
okay.
it in the comments.
I can't wait to see these
Just drop it right
comments.
there.
Don't be mad, everybody. It's not me. It's him.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna move on to the next segment. The truth comes out.
The
This
truth comes out.
this is where we kind of like find out who's phony, who's fake, and who's capping and who's not.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and let Reed take the first question.
All right. How many times have you thought about leaving our relationship?
Probably about 3 or 4.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like 4,000. That's funny.
No, like realistically, like 3 or 4 times.
All right.
What about you?
Like 4,000.
No, for real. Come on.
Like in real life. I mean, like that is real. Like,
No,
I don't
really?
know, like maybe 15. I mean, we've been together for
So
12,
once a
13
year.
years. So,
Fuck.
yeah, pretty much. Because you're annoying and not fulfilling. Have you ever stayed just because you didn't feel like starting over?
I stayed because I didn't feel like starting over. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not a thing for me, I don't think. What about you?
Nope. Nope, never.
Nah, I think that I don't have a problem starting over, but I do like to work on things and try and,
Work through
kind
it.
of see them through.
Well,
if
you're gonna
they're-
be
if they're
poor.
getting-
You're gonna be
if they're
poor
getting
if you have
better.
to start over with me. I'm taking everything.
You already took everything. My dignity, money, dreams,
Pride, ego,
pride.
life.
Help me.
Oh God, please. Oh, you're such a beggar. You were begging for money at the beginning. Now you're begging for help. Get out of here.
All right, go ahead. This one's on you.
Would you rather fix our relationship or start over with someone new?
Well, that question is a lot to that
It's
question.
very loaded.
I don't say it's loaded.
Lots of layers.
There's layers to it, right?
There's
There's levels
layers.
to it. Like, I would be down to fix a hard relationship if the person that I'm in that relationship with is willing to work on it as well.
Okay. And you have
Um,
to see some actual
I had to see
progress.
some growth and some progress for
Mhm.
sure. If you keep disrespecting me, because I'm going to give y'all ladies another tip. Men don't like to be disrespected. It's very.
Well, nobody likes to be disrespected.
We
That's not
don't, but I'm just
men.
saying though, when y'all do it to us, it's very. It has a different, like,
Effect?
yes.
How do you know that? Because you're not a woman.
I definitely.
How
know
can you
that
say that?
Because I know that. I'm just telling you
I
how
don't
it
know if
affects
that's
us.
true or not. It affects us.
Fellas, get
bad,
her.
too.
Fellas, get her.
Okay.
But
Well,
anyway, like I was
we're gonna agree
saying,
to disagree on that.
um,
I'm not a man, so I can't tell you how it feels to be disrespected, and you're not a woman, so You can't tell me how it feels to be disrespected. And disrespect comes in different forms.
Okay, well, we can have
All
we're
that.
going to do a whole podcast on disrespect and we're going to talk about it.
Period. Let's go.
Yeah, we might.
But
Matter of fact, we're going to go
let's-
live and talk about that one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Look
But-
forward to the going live on the disrespectful situation.
And watch how much she disrespect me. Then.
I will
After
not.
thumping her nose.
Oh my God. Go on. See? Disrespectful behavior and abusive, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
That's just correction. If I thump you in the nose,
Oh,
it's just
okay.
correction.
That's what all abusive parents and husbands say. All right.
Would you leave faster now than you would 10 years ago?
No.
Yeah.
No. Because I've invested a lot of time and this is a lot of work in progress. And
I thought that we just said that investing time wasn't a reason.
we said somebody. We said certain people. We didn't say me. But that is not a reason. But
It's not because
also,
you love me. It's just
it's
because
not
you
just
invested a lot of
because of-
time. Y'all hear this shit? It's
I've worked-
crazy.
It's not just time, but we've done work together. It's like working on a car.
It don't have nothing to
making
do
it
with
all
love.
beautiful. Of course it does. I love the car that I put the time and effort into.
What the hell? The car or me? What the?
What I'm saying is I'm comparing it to.
Just tell me you
working a
love me.
car.
What the hell?
Of course I love you.
Y'all see this
But
shit?
what
This
I'm
is what I deal
saying
with right
is-
here.
what I'm saying
it's
is
a
that
car.
it's
And
a-
see, I love the car. And I put a lot of parts on the car. So,
And I put a new coat of paint on the car.
yeah. And guess what
All these
happens? The
things are
engine
compared
goes
to the
out.
car.
So,
All right. Now you're, of course, bringing
Sorry.
it back to you again.
please send money.
Oh, God.
But
Enough
anyway,
already.
bro, I'm
Yes.
gonna need you to just do that over again and not use a car reference and
Okay,
just
cool.
use our relationship
Okay.
and
Okay.
your
Okay.
husband.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let's go.
I love the car.
All right. Come on. Go on.
Go
You're
on,
right.
keep going.
Okay.
Go
Would
ahead.
you rather fix the heart? Go ahead. You got to ask the question.
Would you?
Again.
Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna.
Three. Oh, sorry.
Now we're gonna do it again, and I'm gonna ask you the question, and you're gonna give me a better damn answer. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you leave faster now than you would 10 years ago?
No, because I love you and I have way more patience.
That's very nice. I love you
The
too.
patience of Job. You don't know about him.
Who's Job?
A Bible character.
Jobadiah. His name Jobadiah. What's his whole name?
Terrible.
Jobadiah
His name is
Jenkins.
Job. It's literally a Bible
That sounds like a nickname.
chapter.
It's not Jobadiah.
It's Job.
I like Jobadiah
Patience
Jenkins.
of Job. That's ridiculous.
Okay.
All
So
right.
anyway, moving on, y'all.
Mm.
We're gonna give a couple of solutions to these issues that may work for y'all because they damn sure didn't work for us.
But here you are sitting here. Yet you're sitting here begging everybody for money and begging me for
Well, you
money at
won't
the
give me
same
none.
time. Yeah, you are begging me. I
All
just said no.
Be honest with yourself. Are you growing or are you just surviving? I think in our case, we're constantly growing for real. Like, no, all jokes aside, we are constantly growing. We do have some slip ups sometimes, but at the same, like,
Well,
So
I mean,
the-
you're not perfect.
the slight,
I am, though.
right, you are not. The little tiff we had yesterday, that could have went on for 2 days, but we're doing better, right?
Well, we need to do this podcast, so I had to be cool with you today.
You gave me a kiss this morning and everything, and you tried to give me some, but I had to go to work.
Oh my gosh, shut up.
Start, go ahead. I'll let you take the next one.
I'm embarrassed. Stop romanticizing potential and really look at who they are right now in this moment and ask yourself, is this something that I want to continue doing, or is this something that I can't continue to do?
Yeah, because one thing I've realized a lot of people when they get to a specific age, they are who they are. They don't change a whole lot. Not without some serious assistance. They're
Right.
just who
And-
they
and I
are.
think a
So
lot-
if that person is who they are and they haven't gotten any assistance to, they're probably going to continue to be that person.
Also, I think for me, it's the willingness or the unwillingness to change or get help.
Yeah.
That's really, I think, the crux of it. I think that is the biggest issue.
Yeah.
I think people have a lot of pride, they have a lot of egos, and they let that ruin their relationships. You can either let that ruin your relationship, or you can really be humble and say, you know what, I can't do this on my own, and really understand that you need help. And that's what it is. If you really love your relationship and you love yourself, you are going to seek the necessary help.
Yeah. At least go on Gemini or
You are.
ChatGPT if you don't want to talk to nobody in person.
Or find a professional therapist.
Gemini can be a professional therapist. You can go on, y'all, go on Gemini. Do this tonight. go on Gemini and type in "act as a professional therapist" and listen to my issue and give me some advice. You'll be surprised what Gemini come back with.
It's true, but what if you're telling the story from your point of view? That's the problem.
What you mean?
With
That's
a
fine. You
therapist,
can do
you tell
that.
both
The
sides,
Gemini,
and they listen, and the therapist
I'm
is going
just
to give
saying
you
for
the real.
starters, if you
It's
got
true.
somebody that's
That
not
is
like
true.
ready to go and see somebody or talk to somebody about some issues,
That's true.
like just as a starting point, just to kind of get some type of thought process rolling, it's actually a good tool.
It is true. It's a good tool. So
Yeah.
you got to do what you got to do. All right. Set a reality deadline. If nothing changes in 6 months, then you may need to ask yourself a question, or you may need to set some new guidelines to kind of figure out what's happening in your relationship or what's happening with you. Choose peace with growth, not just comfort.
Comfort keeps you stuck. If you're comfortable, you ain't growing. Is that what you're saying?
That's true. That's very true.
All right, for sure.
Or it's a dream killer, like you said.
Well, to close it all out, y'all, my wife's a dream stealer, but I love her. Some people leave too early and miss something real.
And some people stay too long and miss themselves.
Don't confuse loyalty with fear.
Because starting over might be the very thing that saves you.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share Table for Two with another couple who needs this conversation. Subscribe for more relationship tools with zero fluff. This has
is
been Table for Two,
and we'll see
see
you
y'all
at the next sit
sit down. Peace.